I feel paralyzed.
Alright guys, I'm doing a Nax run real quick, just wing 1, figured it's new so I'll put it up there. I sped up this video, right now it's really laggy in the game, I don't really know why, so honestly, this video should have been half as long as it was. I cut it down by about 4 minutes by just speeding up the cards. This guy, his hero power is a 2 mana, 3/1 drop basically, once per turn. I'm using Handlock against these two, or the first and the third boss, and I'll use Zoolock against the second. You'll see why when we get to him. I'm just going to kind of run through and tell you, about some of the new cards that are out, when they play them, and about, why I did some of the things I did. Clearly here, can't do anything, I'll just end my turn. Here, literally, if I didn't speed this up, it would be like a 10-second wait. It's still a ridiculous wait. I mean, I don't know what's going on right now. I guess the servers are busy. This is a 1 mana 2/3 charger with a death rattle to deal 3 damage to the controller of the card. In a Zoolock deck, that's going to be some crazy shit. I mean, taunt that thing up, do whatever. Really just first turn, bam, you do 2 damage. It's about as good as your imp, or it's about as negative as your imp. So, press that end turn button like 3 times. I put out my Watcher there because I have the Sunfury in my hand. I'm probably just going to Farseer next turn anyway. I imagine the AI is not going to attack into a 4/5 without anything going on. That is a 2/2/3 drop, and he has stealth in at the beginning of every one of your opponent's turns. So every turn the controller of the card has it, he'll gain 1/1, which pretty nice, not too bad. You can camp on that for a few turns. I draw this Hellfire. I'm honestly, that Hellfire is going to come in a lot of handy. You can kind of tell that Anub'aran is kind of a swarmer. I play the Farseer, just heal myself a little. I'm not drawing any of the giants I need, so I might as well just kind of keep going the same way I'm going. This guy's probably going to do the same thing, or same type of thing. Sorry. I mean, I'm typing this guy as I wait for this to happen. So that guy gains 1/1. This guy is a 2/8 with a taunt. He's a 3-drop, and what he does is when he dies, your opponent summons a random minion from their deck, which for me has been really lucky. So, I draw. I'm going to probably just Hellfire here. I have a 3/3. I can attack into that, and Hellfire is going to, get rid of most of the rest of the field. That guy will have a 2/2, not really anything to worry about. I have Soulfire in my hand still, so I'm sitting pretty tight, no real problems. End my turn, wait 10 minutes. This is a 1/2/2 drop that summons 2/1/1s when it dies, and he uses his hero power. You can see that 3/1. See what I mean, though? He attacks into that, and I summon an 8/8. This is RNG. Like, right here, this is all luck. I obviously didn't tell my deck to do this. I'm just glad it did. I think about silencing that, but not really much of a point. I just drain life that guy, draw 1. Hero power, draw another, get Faceless Manip, that'll be nice next turn. Taunt this guy up, attack for 8, call it a turn. At this point, Anub'aran doesn't really have much in his deck to get around giants and stuff. None of the bosses really do, except for the last one. The second one, you just don't want to test their patience. He'll go. I mean, at this point, it's a short game. I don't know why he does that. I mean, AI can just be dumb sometimes. He gets 2/1/1s that are basically just going to sit there. And here I win. I just overwhelming. I'll attack with Sunfury, overwhelming my giant, attack for 12, and then Soulfire, and get 4 damage out there, and that's game. And so you get 2 cards from here. I don't really remember what they do off the top of my head. They weren't that impressive. Let's see which ones they were. Might have been that 2-drop 1/2 that he just used. Let's see. For winning, yes, victory. Yeah, it was that. So not bad, but nothing too great. The second guy, okay, his hero power, her hero power is ridiculous. For every card in your hand, it does 1 damage at random. It's kind of like arcane missiles on crack. And the the heroic version is a 1 mana cost. So I just pop out my taunt. I'm just gonna clear my hand as well as I can. I'm going to get that taunt out there so I can not take much damage. Her deck is kind of full of It's kind of like the last deck, except she has this card. It's an Acolyte, and what it does is on her turn, it gives her one attack, and in Heroic on her turn, it gives her 3 attack. It's pretty crazy. This card is really crazy. It gains 1/1 every time a Death Rattle comes into play, and that card, you know what that does? Pretty ridiculous, not gonna lie. So, first turn, 2 mana, gets a 2/2, well, a 2/3 with charge, and a 2/3 with no drawbacks. I look at my hand, I figure, okay, I'll just knife juggle this, no problem. I can't really do much about anything right now. I'm hoping to just, when you play against this girl, you kind of want to keep her field as clear as possible and then swarm her. She will kill your swarm instantly if you leave too many cards in your hand. Just keep that in mind. Don't do that against her. See right here, she's going to hero power, almost gets, if she got lucky right there, that would suck for me. She's not going to attack into my knife juggler, though. She has no real reason to. So here, I attack her face as much as I can, and that's what I really suggest you try to do. I'm just going to, when the turn, come on. Oh man, it's painful watching my own video because of the lag that's going on. Anyway, so I play that out. It's going to do damage to her face. RNG is RNG. And I'm going to attack her for 5. And I'm going to let her go because I figure the AI knows that at this point doesn't want to leave all this on my field. And I'm okay with her. She's going to attack into my imp, which I'm completely okay with because the imp is a 1-drop and it's pretty much going to calm me something anyway unless I attack her face with it. So, not too worried about that. See, this is... Oh man, that RNG though. Can't do too much about it. So I'll take 2 and she'll take 3. Nice thing is when you attack her face, she has that 1/2/3 drop, so... Or sorry, that 1-drop 2/3, so she kind of, it's kind of counterintuitive for the playstyle you have to play against her. Like I said, Zoolock against this chick because I want to keep my hand fairly clear. A lot of this is RNG, like I said. I'm drawing into cards I kind of need, so no problems there. Gonna keep going. Don't really have anything to do except for, what I just did. That is a 4/4/3 drop that has Death Rattle for me to draw 1 card. And actually, when I'm looking at my hand, I kind of decide, hey, I don't want to take 4 to the face. I'm already low on life. What I'm probably going to do is, just Soulfire. I'll lose a card, but I'll draw a card. I draw another Argus, so I figure, hey, yeah, I might as well just do that. Again, not exactly what I want to do, but you don't really have many choices if you don't want to take 4 to the face. Play this. I'm going to hero power. I mean, again, not really much better to do, so I figure why not. And see, that's a decent card for next turn. If she leaves both of my monsters, she's going to take 3, 3, and 2, which is, nothing to scoff at. Plus, I have Argus, so that's always nice. What she ends up doing is killing my Cleric and plays that 4/2. I'm sure you know what that does. When one of your friendly minions die, you draw a card. She's pretty much out of mana, so, the lag is real. My turn comes around, I say, hey, again, not really doing too much, but I don't want to take any more to the face, so I put Alpha out there, I put Argus out there, I attack her face once more. And at this point, I mean, she can kamikaze into my stuff, but that's pretty much all she can do. I mean, she can hero power, but won't do much. And at this point, like I said, you just want to kind of keep an upper hand. The hand advantage against this chick really doesn't help you. So if you're one of those players like me who likes to say, I have 5 cards in my hand, they have 1 in their hand, they have 2 on the field, I have 1 on the field, so therefore I have advantage. Against her, it does not work that way. I really wish it did. It does not. She'll do that. She'll draw a lot. No real skin off my teeth. She'll end her turn. It'll be my turn. Attack her face again. Someday. So I just play both those. Again, what else am I going to do? Attack her face. She takes 4. She'll have 6 left. I figure unless she somehow gets really lucky and plays a card I didn't really expect, she's not really going to clear 6 damage off my field. So, end my turn here. And let's see. I'm redoing the commentary. Sorry. I was actually Skyping with someone else and ended up being during this, and I was like, whatever. I'll just. It was lagging anyway, so I'll speed it up. So sorry if I kind of forget. I can't really tell what I was gonna do. And yep, that's pretty much that. Her deck isn't really full of field clears or anything like that, so not really too much to worry about most of the time. Just attack, attack, attack. Oh man, it was so painful playing like this. Yes, the Master will avenge you. What card did you get for this? Oh, right. That's a 2-drop 1/4 that makes Battle Cry monsters cost 2 more. That's you and your opponents, though. So I go back to Handlock against the last boss. Last boss's hero power is a 3 mana, return 1 random card to your opponent's, or 1 random minion to your opponent's hand. Um, it kind of abuses it, but in a way it's really abusable back. Now, the heroic version returns 2, so that's extremely hard to deal with. But this version of him, I put that Farseer out there, he just returns on my hand. I'm like, whatever, dude, you're wasting 3 mana. It's kind of essentially, someone saps your Watcher before it's even taunted. Like, why would you even bother to do that? It's an interesting card. 1-drop, 1/1. Its death rattle is it adds a beast to your hand, which pretty cool. I mean, shit. So I just hero power here. I have Twilight Drake in my hand, so turn 4. I'm just gonna put it out there. Turn 3, I think I Farseer because again I don't see a giant yet, so there's no reason to take extra damage. And I'm sure that this will be a fairly long battle, so I'm playing the long game here. I want to stay high as long as possible, but when it gets down to that point, I play those free giants, then I want to do that. And this is that stealth from earlier, the 2-drop 2/2 that gains 1/1 for the beginning of each one of your turns. Another reason is I kind of, it's AI. I kind of want to bait it into returning that to my hand. If it doesn't, I still have the Sun Fury Protector. I have legitimate plays, so I'm not really too worried about anything it does at this point. It does have a 2 mana, just pop any card on the field deal. It kind of sucks, but I can't really do anything about it. And like I said, it returns my Farseer. I guess it sees that as a threat. Personally, I don't really know why. I mean, if I were the AI, I wouldn't really be doing that, but what can you really do? Now I get my giant, so I'm going to start playing a little more recklessly. I put my Twilight Drake out there. I figure returns on my hand, fine. I'm only going to take 5 damage total. If it doesn't, that's also, great for me. Right. At this point, it plays Emperor Cobra. If you don't know what it does, it's a 2/3. Whenever a minion takes damage from it, the other minion dies. Um, if you haven't checked my deck list, I do run Thalnos in my Handlock. I don't know if it's a very popular choice, but I've always liked it. I figure I'll taunt up. It'll either force him to attack my stuff, or it'll force him to decide to say, fine, I'll try to pop one back to his hand. AI goes someday. There it is. 2-drop Necrotic Poison just pops my card. Returns Farseer to my hand again, not really a big deal. And I don't really know why he kamikazes, but, not really going to argue with it. At this point, I'm just sitting in my hand like that. These at least the normal versions of these guys, they seem to kind of try to swarm the field, so I have no problem keeping things like Hellfire in my hand. I'm actually planning on using it, 3 or 4 turns from now probably. I love Hellfire in this deck because it does do damage to me, which can bring out more giant plays, so, I'm not going to say no to that. That is a 5/5 4-drop, and it returns a random minion from your field to your hand as a death rattle. And by your, I mean the controller's field to the controller's hand. He attacks my face, ends his turn. I'm just going to attack, the 2/1 with Thalnos. I have no reason not to. I'll draw a card. He'll lose a little. I thought about silencing. I obviously did not do that. Gonna drop my 4-8-8, 4 drop 8-8. Farseer again, get my life back up a little more. I'm trying to get cards on the field so that if he does decide to try and web shoot one of them back, you know, hopefully he hits the one I would rather him hit. End my turn, wait 10 minutes. Yeah, exactly. I love when he puts that Farseer back. RNG, but, you know, can't do much about it. He drops 2 more of those 1/2s. I don't know, it's kind of hard to understand what the AI is doing at this point. Honestly, this AI seemed like the worst out of them all. I was not having any issues with him. This is the first game I played against him. I had no idea what to expect, and I guess I'm glad I didn't expect too much. At this point, you know, I'm just flooding the field with stuff. Worst he's going to do is kamikaze my guys or attack my face for, you know, all of the 9 damage he has on his field, which I'm not that worried about at this point. I'm going to Sun Fury, taunt up my 2 giants, let him go. That is a 5-drop 3/5 taunt. And his Death Rattle, I think, was to summon another 3/5 taunter in his place. He actually does kill one of my giants. Not too big of a deal. Runs out of mana doing it. Clears most of his field. At this point, I'm just trying to attack his face. I believe I silence his taunt. Yep. Silence his taunt. That is a great twofer. Attack his face. Attack his face. Heal again. And part of the reason I healed this minute much was because I really didn't know what to expect, so I decided, whatever, better to be safe. You know, next turn I basically have the win in the bag. I have the Leroy, plus I have Faceless, 9 mana, that's 12 damage right there. So, I mean, you know I win. I'm just gonna talk to you guys, you know, tell you how much I love you guys for watching my videos. So, you know, pretty much the end of the video. Reincarnate, destroy a minion, gain its life. I don't even know why. Like, destroy a minion, bring it back. I mean, that's a cute combo, but it doesn't really matter. Anyway, so I beat this guy. You get the legendary Spider. You can check that out online. It's a pretty decent card. First swing Nax, not that impressed because it wasn't really hard. I'm doing the heroics. I beat the first heroic boss. The second one is a pain because of that 1 mana drop and the fact that his hero gets up to 6 damage every turn for no apparent reason except for the acolytes. I don't know what to do about it really. So yeah, I'm going to say check out our channel, subscribe if you like our videos. You can check out our channel for our website, our Facebook and Twitter. I'm looking for more members. Hearthstone is actually, you know, one of the newer games I've enjoyed quite a bit. So, looking for people with ideas and stuff on that. And I hope to see you guys back. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll do week 2 when it's out. I mean, it's not going to be out for, you know, a little while. And I'll upload the other videos I do on the first part of next later, like the Rogue Challenge. So, thanks for watching.